If this is on your For You page, it is for you. And I hope you guys are having a great Valentine's Day. What in the world is this madness? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh. But how we got... Nothing fell in the boundaries except for a secret. So you either got your boundaries like seriously on lockdown, like where you just don't want nobody to bother you today, which would make sense. I understand that 100%. But there are some good things you do have attached to your boundaries, like your family and your job. Your family seems to be a source of strength for you, which is an amazing thing. You are trying to break the relationship you have with your depression. And that is so amazing. I think that's great. We always need to try to get rid of depression if we can. Even if we have to see a doctor, it's totally fine. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Over here is your shell. And there seems to be a nice relationship with money coming. I mean, I've never seen the ring on the lucky hand root like that. So there's definitely going to be a shift with your relationship with money. Almost like a spiritual transformation can be anything. The spiritual transformation could be you saying, I'm not going to spend anymore, or something like that. And then you realize that your relationship with money was maybe lopsided, and maybe, you were spending too much and now you're like, this is getting out of control. I'm just throwing out what this could be, I had that issue last year. I bought a lot of stuff I shouldn't have bought, and, it is the way it is. But now I'm in the mode of minimalist mode. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm trying to say. So, in your wishes over here, you're wishing for more flexibility when you are meditating. And you'll definitely get that. All you have to do is voice that out. Creator is right there. I like that there's a lot of courage around your home and hearth, along with your maternal ancestor. And the self-care that's around the home and hearth is also amazing. I want to say, I think this anger is disappearing. And I think that it has turned more into depression. And so that's why it's been easier for you to kind of break that, I see that you've been working more on your inner garden and kind of voicing your concerns maybe to others by saying, hey, you can say what you want about me, but I don't care. It's amazing how mad that makes people when you tell them you can say what you want. I don't care. And they get really angry because they think you should. But their opinion does not matter at the end of the day. That's why we have the inner garden, So we've turned our not negative, but anger more into positive speech. It's kind of brought your relationship closer to you. Your significant other is basically like your best friend. Same here. And I think that this attachment of alertness is you coming maybe to terms with the fact that if you save that money and not spend it on stuff we see here, then you'll have a better relationship with money. But it is a transformation. Yes, it is. Now, the boundaries are so amazing, and look how solid your foundation is. So you really have great boundaries. You definitely you're keeping stuff to yourself. Too many people tell everybody what they're doing, and people don't want to see you doing well. So if they see you doing well, they'll try to mess that up. So, you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing. You just do you. That's the magic of life. You don't have to record and put everything on the internet. Now, I see you're out here reaching for some conflict. I think this conflict is more because you require clarity. Like, I think that if clarity isn't provided, that probably causes conflict for you if things aren't laid out like they should be. Um, it seems to be releasing a lot of negative speech right here, which is good. And in the future, there's going to be a big shift, a big change when it comes to different opportunities. Working with your fraternal ancestor, and then, of course, hopefully getting rid of this constriction when it comes to shadow work. So your face is looking in your life, which means you're working with your ancestors. And this is a really good throw. This is just shocking to me. Like, I've never seen nothing fall in there except that. Like, that's just wild to me. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day.